Blog Talk Radio.
It was war about a week ago. They shot my man, I was with him about a week ago. In my city, round the city, we should stop that. Keep losing, trying to win with the get back. Don't you see where that gets us? Who's cooler? There's a body, there's a shooter. There's a man without a future, now his homies out to get ya. And the cycle just continues if we only just remember that we stronger together. We was made here to give, we was made here to love, we was made here to live. Yeah, we stronger together. We was made here to give, we was made here to love, we was made here to live. Now get your money, get success, and live a good life. Need to put the guns down and get your mind right. Get your money, get success, and live a good life. You need to put the guns down and get your mind right. Now won't you make something, make peace, won't you make something, won't you make something,
Hey, DJ Zika
and Miss Vicky in the house. What's up, DJ Zika?
What's up, Miss Vicky? That was Make Peace. Our partner, Elevate Your Game, and Michael Freeman, who was the executive director. We just want to give a shout out to them for allowing us to play their music. I just love Make Peace, Make Peace, Make Peace.
And shout out to Elevate Your Game, his organization.
Yes.
Shout out to his organization, Elevate Your Game, a mentor program organization that he has out there.
Amen. So I hope all you guys are Tunnel Vision followers, fans, whatever you want to call yourself. We just thank you for listening, and we hope that Make Peace will resonate, because that is a very powerful song. And we've been playing it for a while, and we're playing it for a reason, just a friendly reminder of what's all going on in society right now with the Black Lives Matter. So at the end of the day, we should all learn to get along and just make peace. All righty then.
Yes.
So, Miss Vicky, we always share what happened during the week. So, you want to share anything exciting happened during your week?
I can't think of anything right now. Is this something?
Okay.
Is this something you can remind me? I don't think so. I think I'm just thanking God for life. One of my children had a birthday. And she released her first album. My oldest daughter. So we'll be sharing that on the show, correct? We're going to be sharing her
Yes,
her
we will be sharing that. Yeah, so we're going to stay on time so we can share her whole song. Yes, so Ashley Tucker, as Vicky has just said, is her daughter. She also adopted me as her auntie. I'm very proud of her. We're both very proud of her. And we will be releasing her song today, Blues. So we'll look forward to that later on in the show. I just want to give a shout-out for all those that are continuing to abide by the stay-at-home orders. And there has been a rise due to, COVID. And some people still not understanding the whole dynamic of COVID and the argument, which has become political, and which I don't understand why, but we're over wearing a mask. It has just turned into a political statement. Why I got to wear a mask? I shouldn't have to wear a mask, violating my rights. But I'm just saying, giving a shout out to those that are following what we have to do to lower the numbers. And I know there's a big conversation about kids going back to schools, whether you open them, should you not open them. So I'm happy with the decision that has been made that the students will be having direct study, online study, and we just hope that, I know Long Beach Unified is going to do it until at least October 5th, and then they're going to see how things go from there. Los Angeles Unified, they mentioned that they were going to do it for the whole year. So I just, being Vicky and myself, just want to continue to pray for everyone, and we are going to get through this.
Yeah, because I had actually saw, I don't know if the schools are following that protocol, because, you know, our president is trying to make all the schools open up. And, well, that's your president. No, I'm just playing. That's our president. But I seen two students. I seen two students walking down the street. It was like a brother and a sister, and they had their backpacks on, and they had their masks. And I was like, oh, my God, is the school open? So I'm wondering if some schools open. So that's something we got to do some research on.
Yeah, because I did talk about that. But I know without a shadow of a doubt, I know that LA Unified is not physically allowing students to come in. And I know Long Beach.
Okay. They could have been going to babysitter house or something. Maybe they was going, you know, how parents have to be creative on how they do with their kids. So
but
maybe
we will do some further. But we will do some further research. You know, every update with you next. But anyway, so we're just praying for everyone. And I know it's not easy. I get in the house. I'm doing really well. You know, I've become accustomed to. You know, I just go do my essentials and come home. And then, you know, last week we were not live. We're live today, ladies and gentlemen. We had to, you know, I think the week before that, you know, my phone was an issue. And then last week, we just needed a rest. And so we all refreshed to give you a live and up-close personal show. So with that being said, also this week, actually it happened on Friday, Representative John Lewis passed away. He is an icon within the U.S. Senate. He was around during the 1965 march in Selma, Alabama. He became a towering figure of the civil rights movement and a longtime U.S. congressman. He battled with cancer for 6 months. He died at the age of 80. And I just want to read a little clip from his family. They basically said, it is with inconsolable grief and enduring sadness that we announce the passing of United States Representative John Lewis. His family said in a statement, he was honored and respected as the conscience of the U.S. Congress and an icon of American history. But we knew him as a loving father and brother. He was a steward champion in the ongoing struggle to demand respect for the dignity and worth of every human being. He dedicated his entire life to the nonviolent activism and was an outspoken advocate in the struggle for equal justice in America. And I just felt I had to read that whole thing, especially because of what's going on right now. And I know that he was a big advocate for that. So, you know, rest in peace. You're in a better place now.
Rest in peace.
You don't have to be in pain and struggle anymore. Okay, so moving on, we're going to just have random thoughts today. Just whatever comes to our mind, we want to talk about. We decided to give Black Lives Matter a break, so we'll be back.
Yes, we're giving it a break. I mean, we never taken a break from the movement of changing the social justice to, you know, being more with equality, no violence and all those things, no discrimination. However, it's been so much going on. It's like compounding on top of each other. It's something every day, every night, every week, every month. It's like, oh my God, Calgon, take us away. So we decided we're going to do a stress reliever today. We're going to do random thoughts, and we love to do random thoughts with the movie industry, with the film, with the media, using the media as our vehicle to critique and to point out social issues, whether they're comical or what is another word I'm looking for? They can be comical or it can, be offensive. However, maybe not even be in agreement, or it can be something that you actually, a value that you grew up with when you was a child, or it could be one that you rebelled against, because everybody has their own,
silky.
their own way of thinking, because, remember our show is called Tunnel Vision, so we have our, sometimes we have our own, a lot of us have our own vision of things, so we just want to touch on some things in the media.
Okay.
Different.
I just want
yeah.
Wait. I just want to touch on, Miss Vicky's wonderful introduction. Y'all know I gotta come and be comical with it, right? Okay. Show can't be the show without being a little comical. Okay. Yeah. And I want you guys to know that I do take things very serious. I do. It's just that when it comes to this show, we wanted it to be, because we're gonna be talking about deep stuff all the time. So we purposely want to bring in some kind of laughter within the conversation, so it won't always be depressing. But we do take it serious. We want you guys to know that. So going back to what Ms. Vicky was saying, it can be comical. It can be, what's that other word you said?
Offensive.
Okay, but I wasn't gonna say that, but that's but I wasn't gonna speak on that. But okay, it could be offensive.
Will you ask?
Yes, Vicky, yes. It can be offensive. It can be stepping on people's toes. It can make you not want to talk to your mama, your daddy, your dog. But I just want to say this. The truth will set you free. And sometimes we just got to hear the truth. You know what I'm saying? And then go over it when they start the wounds and be like, oh, they hurt my feelings. But you know what? Once I calm down, they got a little truth in there. So we're going to go here today. Oh, the thing we want to talk about today, it done overshadowed Black Lives Matter for a minute. Hello? It doesn't even overshadow Donald Trump. And he had to do exactly that.
No, wait, before you go there, you go there, what's up with Kanye West?
Oh, yeah, that's a
what's up with Kanye?
Yeah, he's supposed to be running for president.
Well, he said he's going to run, but the other side is that they revealing that he had a mental breakdown, and he's having a mental breakdown, and he's been going through it for a minute.
Okay.
Have you heard about that?
I don't even know how to respond to that. I don't even know how to respond to that.
I'm just saying.
I'm like,
that came out probably a week. That came out probably a week after he said he was going to run for president.
Okay. Now, I saw that,
and
but
then I heard this rapper said that, a rapper, I'm not going to say his name. I don't even remember his name anyway, but this rapper said he said he was going to vote for him if he runs for president. And then another another producer called him on the phone while he was on his podcast. You see how we on our podcast right now? He called him on the phone. The phone was actually ringing and everything, live. Mm-hmm. And so they didn't answer the phone. So while they were still doing a podcast, why did he call back? He was like, hello? And he was like, this is so-and-so podcast, whatever. And so he was like, oh, he said, are we live? They was like, yes, sir. We have some questions. Why would you vote? Why would you openly say that you would vote for Kanye if he ran for president? He had a whole reason.
And you want to
just saying something. He had a whole reason.
And
he said,
what was his reason?
He said that he's the only person. He said he would be the only president that never committed murder. I was like, what is he talking about? But anyway,
I'm just and that's very
so anyway.
For Deacon McCain.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks
So they got a giggle. Yeah, they got a giggle from that. So anyway, we'll follow up with more info on that because I just wanted to share.
Wait, no. You asked me that I know it highlight. Okay, so I got to go back to this time.
Oh, what you know?
That part about him having a mental breakdown, that ain't nothing new. Maybe he had one just recently because he's known for having those little mental breakdowns. So that's nothing new for me. I don't want to say I'm sorry because we don't use that word sorry on Tunnel Vision. My apologies that he has one just recently. I'm praying that he continues to get, the help that he needs or whatever he's doing to deal with his mental health. I also saw a picture. I didn't spend too much time on it. Where I saw something, because you can't believe everything you see or hear on Facebook or the press, and I'm a journalist person, but I do know you can't believe everything you hear or see. I saw what's her name? She is now Caitlyn. Yes. If he run for president, how much she want to be his vice president? Okay, that's a whole nother dynamic there. So I just wanted to add there. So we're going to continue to pray for Kanye, and we see what happens. Listen here, if President Donald Trump can be in real estate, be on The Apprentice, and holler about you fired, and he could become president, I guess anybody can become president, okay? I guess I could even say that my dang self, but I'm not trying to be president. Yeah,
well, that's another thing that the rapper was saying. He was saying that, because Trump was able to become president, anybody could be president.
Yeah, he's right about that. He's right about that.
You don't have to be a politician. You don't have to be a politician to run for office.
That's what he was saying. I can take it a step further, but it might hurt by somebody. Now, because, Donald Trump did what he did, you don't really, I don't know. You don't even, what is the requirement now? Nothing. Because look what President Trump doing. Okay, and I'm going to leave it there because there might be people that like Donald Trump. Okay, me personally, that ain't my cup of tea. But I'm still going to give him that respect as president because that's what we're supposed to do. As Christians, as we've said before, Vicki and I are Christians, and we believe in God. However, we are very open-minded to reach out to everyone, no matter what their faith is, sexuality, blah, 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 blah. Okay. But thank you for sharing about
not blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Okay.
Not blah, blah, blah.
I'm glad I was able to give you a giggle.
Yeah,
man, I didn't realize I said it.
Real, blah, blah, blah.
I didn't realize I said it. Because you brought it to my attention. Hey. So I'm going to have to break that part
back
of
to life. Back to reality.
Okay, on that note, let's go back to the show. Okay. So let's get into, let's see. We could talk about double standards. We could talk about relationships and just being free. Okay, so let's start with
what's the sun sets free.
Going on.
It's free indeed.
Well, it's free. Hey, there we go. Sing that song. Okay. Oh.
So let's so what do we want to talk about that's in the media right now, or first?
Oh, you want to start
why don't we talk about relationships and the difference between if you have infidelity versus an arrangement.
That's a nice way to
so we have an example of a situation that's very, very popular right now in the media. It's actually been popular for a while, but only those that were connected to it, were keeping up with it. Because I know some
like
people.
It just blew up.
I heard some people that said they've been sitting waiting They've been actually waiting on it to go there. So, and that's celebrities. Those are celebrities. So anyway, so speaking of,
let me just say,
one of the most popular couples in the industry
at the moment,
Will and Jada Pickett Smith. Excuse me, Will Smith and Jada Pickett Smith. That's what I meant to say. Let me say it correctly. Yeah, they have a situation going on that got out of control.
Is that what you want to call it? Is that what you want to call it?
I think so. I think it got out of control. I think they had control of it at first, and then I think she chose the wrong one. She chose the wrong one to be a part of their situation. And it caused it to go out of control because the one she chose could not hang. He was like, he done lost his mind. He was like, oh my goodness, I done struck a gold mine. You know what I'm saying?
And do we want to say his name? And who might that
I don't
be?
even. August. The R&B artist August. Well,
Selena, I might be saying the name wrong.
So the thing is
Tunnel Vision.
I don't want to give too much energy. I don't want to give too much attention to who they are, but I wanted to talk more about what happened. And
from their perspective.
Well, not necessarily their perspective, just period. Just the situation that occurred and how things went left when it was supposed to be going right. Because it had been for a minute. Like, they was able to, live their life like they felt it was golden. You know what I'm saying? And then once he became a part of once you bring someone that's not fit for that type of situation, who can handle it.
Boy, this example here takes relationships to a whole nother level.
I have to. So the only reason why we know what's going on to this extent is because he opened up his mouth. This one guy, he said it so wonderfully. He said, that man is a really good artist. His music is dope. But he's a horrible individual to go and put that woman and her family on blast like that. That why would he disrespect the family? Even if first of all, that was between him and her. What happened? So why did he tell the whole world? So now he putting the whole family on blast. Like he making them go through something that they don't even have to go through. Matter of fact, he betrayed the trust of his friend because his friend was the son was the one that brought him into their life. So because he crossed a boundary and messed with his mother on an intimate way, he disrespected the family. Mm-hmm. He the only thing he did was think about himself. I recall anyone that knows me, anyone that knows me, they know that youthfulness runs in my family. So speaking of myself, youthfulness, the look of youthfulness, being young, looking young.
Thank you, because what you said sounded like a
I didn't even finish. Word. You didn't even let me. You didn't even let me finish getting it out. I was getting ready to explain.
I was trying to figure out what the heck is you for this. Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
So anyway, I've always been accused of being younger than I am, like 10, 20 years younger than my age. So coming up, raising my children, having 5 children, my oldest son, who's 20 years under me, he would always tell his friends, don't even think about looking at my mama. Don't even think about it. He would deal with that on the front end as they're walking in, before they even got to the house. He'd be like, there's 2 people that's off limits, my mama and my sister. Don't even look at them. Don't even touch them. Don't even think about them. So I'm just saying that there's a boundary that was broken. I doubted that the son was like, oh, you can have free lives with my mom. I doubted that he said that. Like, for real. I wasn't there. I can't confirm that. But I really doubted that he gave him permission and told him, you know, you can go at it with my mom. Like, you can hit on her and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, he crossed the boundary as well. I mean, but on the other side of it is, you know, he was supposed to have been sick or whatever, or mentally ill, whatever the case may be, not a cool person. So the other part is another thing that we have to take into consideration is that we have to learn that we can't, if that's not our area, if that's not our what is the word I'm looking for?
Lane.
If that's not our I'm trying to get the word out. What word is it that I'm trying to say? When your
I don't know,
field,
but later work today.
Your field,
okay.
Like your field of practice. You know what I'm saying? Like
okay.
The thing that he needed some therapy. So he needed a therapist.
Professional.
He needed a professional person in those areas, because it's very difficult even for the average person to help their family member when they're going through something. Usually we end up enabling them. You know, we don't give them tough skin. You know what I'm saying? It's like only so much tough skin we're going to get. So the therapeutic part, we're unable to do that. So that's where the professional part comes in. So, like, let's say if we were in a situation like that, we have to be like, oh, it's nothing wrong with us wanting to help them, but we got to turn them over to the people that can really help them. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like one of the things I just wanted to highlight. Yeah.
Okay.
What about you, DJ?
Now it's my turn. Yeah, it's my turn. Okay. Look at here. Once again, y'all know, Vicky's going to give us the practical, the deep part. I'll give you real talk. Everybody, and we're not gonna talk about them and put them out. We're not doing that. We're just gonna have an overall conversation. Okay. Now, I'm on the late break with this whole situation. Okay, this situation that's happening right now. Because I already heard things and read up on, this couple's way of how they want to work their relationship. Whatever floats your boat, hey, if it worked for you, go forward. Do what you got to do. What you do. So, if you keep it up with them, you know that they have what is it? They have I don't know, what is the word? It was on the tip of my tongue. They do what they do. They got a whole other
understanding
of that ain't the word, but I guess they have
open
a whole different. I don't want to go there either. So talk about relationship. There we go. They special. They have a whole nother perspective on life. They have a whole nother perspective on how they want to raise their kids.
That's why we need to be prayerful, because when you get all that money, it's like all of a sudden your mind be going in places it shouldn't be going, because it's like I'm on the top of the world. I can create my own world. You know what I'm saying?
Well, hey, I like that. They have their own perspective, totally different than some of us would see it. So what if they can say they on their own little world, hey, they got money, they able to do what they want. I don't give a darn if you like it or not. So in this situation, hey, whatever works for them, each his own. And we might got a few other people that might have a whole different definition of what a relationship should be, or how you should raise your kids. I'm just saying this right here, this blow up here has given me a whole nother perspective. Okay? No, they're not being judgmental. They talk about tunnel vision. Tunnel vision is about seeing both sides. Okay, this situation has giving you two different sides. Okay. So one, I want to say this. I'm on the late break because I didn't know about all this situation. And I had to catch up in order to do this show. So let me tell y'all what I learned today. Maybe in the last couple hours. It has really just blown my mind, okay? I'm really enlightened.
Not the last couple of hours.
This situation here has given me a whole nother enlightenment. Okay. First of all, enlightenment. Entanglement. Excuse me. I done said the wrong word. Entanglement. Okay. Up until a couple hours ago, I'm like, what the heck is that? I didn't even try to look it up and still didn't have an understanding. I done found articles where it says, what's the difference between a relationship and an entanglement? Okay, still was trying to review it to have this conversation. It still didn't help me. Because I know what a relationship is. Well, I thought, excuse me, let me rephrase that. I knew what a relationship was. But these wonderful people here that gave us another perspective of what a relationship is. So for each his own. You know, you want to have that kind of relationship or you want to have that kind of relationship, whatever works for you. Okay. So, now that I've did my little research, and I done saw both sides of the story. Okay. Oh, I'm lost for words. How do I begin? Okay. The young man, his perspective is, in so many words, I'm paraphrasing, that he found the love of his life. And if he don't never love again, he done found love. Oh, my God. Jesus. That's some deep stuff there. And he young.
Oh, my God. That's because that nigga got, oh, Lord, I hope don't nobody get offended because I done said nigga. But that's because she, you know, turned him out.
Yes.
In so many words. Like, he didn't have an experience with a woman. He had an experience with a grown woman. He had experience with a grown woman with money, a grown woman that's a creative, a grown woman that is very beautiful. I mean, he had all the things, everything was packaged in one. He had everything. And she desired him. And they desired him. So
Wait. You're not on her side yet. Let him have his movie. Okay. So, like Vicky was saying, I'm just going to be real. He was able to have probably what any young man would ever dream of, imagine. His dream came to pass. And he could talk about it. Not too many young boys or men can say they had that experience, but he can say it. He could say it and document it all. Okay. Now, his interview was so deep, and I like deep. I'm deep. I call myself deep. But he couldn't be so deep. My head was swimming. I had to be like, oh, my God, what? Okay. I was okay. Let me hurry up and get done because this is bothering me. My head is swimming. Okay. So his perspective is he found the love of his life, you know, and through this experience, it has helped him grow.
DJ Dika.
He was already going through some things. What?
I hope we're not going to just talk about this the whole show.
No, will you let me finish, please? Thank you. Now, let me go back let's go to Jada. So we got to on both sides. Okay. Jada, her interview, she talked about entanglement. That's what she want to call it. Okay, based on what I've gathered, just call it a dang relationship. Okay. Why we gotta change words to fit your definition? Just say a relationship. But that goes back to how they view things and how they look at things, and they different. They can do that. So let's move on, because Miss Vicky would like me to probably go on to another subject now. Okay. Back to
Did you finish?
Back to No, but I'm gonna go.
Oh my God.
Double. Okay.
Well, we just want to say
I'm
this.
going to do work. I'm going to do work. Thank you, Jada and Will. I've learned a whole other perspective of relationship.
And before you do anything, count up the cost, because I'm telling you, the result of your decision can make or break you. So all I say is count up the cost.
Not only will it break you, in this situation, it done took America to a whole other level. Don't it? Okay. Yeah. From here on out, I will not have a question about anybody's relationship. If that's what you want to do, so be it.
You took it to a whole other level talking about America. You think they affected America? You mean Black Americans?
Yeah, they might have learned some things, or they might have learned differently, because it's two sides, But we're gonna move on.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna, we're gonna pray that the young man continues to flourish, because he went through some things because of this. He was going through some things before this happened, so he's finding himself, and we're praying.
Yeah.
We're gonna continue to pray for Will and Jada, because at the time when this all happened, supposedly they were separated. So they're still together, so we'll keep them in prayer. And that goes for anybody, because relationships are not easy. Marriage is not easy. It takes work. And I applaud those that try their hardest to stick it out, even in a time of struggles. So if I have anything positive to say,
as long
about
as it's no abuse.
Yes, no abuse. Physical, emotional, financial, none of that.
We don't applaud folks to stay in relationships and you getting abused. We're not applauding that.
Yes.
We're talking about you staying in there and there's no abuse.
So August, we're praying for you, and Will and Jada, we're just praying for you. I'm glad you guys were able to get through this, and you're still working it out, and you're finding out about each other. Because they did admit that they were both broken when they got together, and they've been kicking it for 25 years. So, it can be done. So thank you, Will and Jada, for sharing your life with us for a couple of days. Well, anyway, moving on. Double standards. Double standards is really a pet peeve of mine. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm kind of, me and Miss Vicky might agree to disagree, have an agree to disagree moment, but that's part of our show. At the end of the day, let me be me. I ain't bothering you. I ain't bothering Susie. Let me be me. Okay. So we watch, because we talk about it a lot of times. One of our favorite pastimes is watching TV shows. That's part of our sister tone. So Greenleaf, it's a own TV show. Giving a shout out to Oprah Winfrey, because she is just doing the thing. Okay. Talking about a role model. African American woman owns her own, I don't know, what do you call it? Own network. And own network. And I got all these shows on this network, and I'm telling you, can't tell me what African American can't do. Can't tell me what an African American woman can't do. Empowerment, girl, what is it trying to say? Girls rock. Women are awesome. But anyway, so one of our shows is Greenleaf that we watch quite frequently. And the premise of the show is talking about black families. I think the setting,
church family.
Yes,
Christian.
Excuse me. Yes, make sure we say that. Yeah, church Christian family, and I love the show. Now, however, there's critics saying other things, but we love the show because I think the writers do a very good job of bringing out real issues that truly do happen in real life in the church. And it's not just
and this is the last season.
Yes, and it's the last season. So we know when they do TV shows, they got to do research to make sure that their storyline is most accurate. So I think they do a very good job with that. So anyway, double standard. Vicki, you want to share? You want to set up the episode?
There's a part in the storyline where the bishop, the family, they're the pastor, the bishop of the church, which is a church in that community or on the estate, really. The bishop and the first lady had three children. One of the children is a boy. They had two girls and one boy.
No,
so
four
one
children.
of the sons, four children. My bad, four children because one of the daughters died. But we want to focus on the son. The son became a minister as well. Well, the son has been, I'll say, struggling with infidelity. He's married with two children. And
relationship situation. Okay, relationship.
He's been married to this woman, I know, over probably 20 years or something like that, because the reason why I say that because their oldest child, which is the daughter, is around that age. So I know, give or take, they've been married that long because I believe they had the baby probably after they got married. So anyway, he's been struggling with infidelity. The wife has been forgiving him, even though she's been getting an attitude along the way, but she's been forgiving him, taking him back, still staying, this, that, and the other, all throughout his infidelity. The one time that she commits, that she has an affair, but the only thing is with her affair, it came with a disease. She got VD. She got a syphilis. I mean, not syphilis. What is it? Oh my God, chlamydia. Oh, she got chlamydia.
Yeah, there you go.
So when she got chlamydia, she had to tell her husband because her husband had got it too, because she slept with her husband too. She didn't know the man that she slept with had chlamydia. And so she had to tell her husband that's why he, that she knew what the problem was and that he needed to go get the medicine, whatever the case may be. So when she told him, he come talking about, oh no, he got so mad, he talking about he wanted a divorce. He said, you can't sleep in my bed no more. Just like, he was completely distraught, forgot about all them dang women he done slept with. Speaking of which, the church secretary, which was a white woman, he was sleeping with her big time. Like, I'm surprised a child didn't come out of that. And he was just loosely, he was sharing himself with a bunch of women. But as soon as she did it, the world was over. Like, he just felt like he died and came back again. Like he did Jesus, the same thing Jesus did or something. I was like, if that ain't a double standard, oh my God.
Okay.
How you feel about that, DJ Deacon?
Tunnel vision time. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, if you haven't figured it out yet, we've been on here, I don't know, helping with the talk, good 20, 30 minutes. So if you haven't figured it out by that, we're talking about relationships. Okay?
We've been on here 43 minutes.
Thank you. 43 minutes. If you don't know right now, we're talking about relationships, okay? That is the subject matter. Rapid thoughts on relationships. So we done gave you one perspective, and now we're taking you another perspective. I know right now, there was no conversation. There was no agreement. This is the regular Joe Blow kind of business, okay? Now, when it comes to a man, I hate to say it, we don't want to say all, but it seems like when it comes to most men, what they do, they stuff don't stink. You got to deal with it, accept it, and still not be, and don't say nothing. But if a woman go do what a man do, it's like, oh my God. World War III ended though.
Yeah, a woman is called a HOE. A woman is called a HOE, but a man is just being a man when he do it. Just like Betty Wright used to sing about those songs all the time, and we give her all the praise and stuff for her songs too, talking about that stuff. But that's not cool. But yeah, so that's how society looks at it.
Yeah, the word is stud. Is that the right word? Whatever. I don't want to tell my age, but whatever. They get patted on their back. Oh, wow, you was able to score another? But a woman, they called every day but the right man. I don't feel that's fair. If a man can do it, why can't a woman do it? And I'm not saying all women go out there and just have to get on top. I'm just saying, to each his own. If that's what you want to do, you shouldn't have to feel like you're going to be prosecuted for doing what a man do if that's what you want to do. And I ain't even talking about being no women who live or whatever. I'm just saying. Me personally, I done did all that.
The issue here, though, the issue here is forgiveness. That's what the issue is on Greenleaf. The issue is forgiveness. Okay. Now, because we're not saying it's okay to go commit adultery or infidelity.
No.
However, when she did it, he should have forgave her just like she forgave him. You know what I'm saying? And it don't have to look the same, but he still could have walked it out. In other words, he should have gave her a chance. Matter of fact, he should have thought about what all the crap he done did. You know what I'm saying? Like, he should have been thanking God that she told him and didn't let him walk around with chlamydia. You know what I'm saying? And leave his butt.
That would be nice, Vicky.
So I'm just saying, you know. Yeah, but I'm just saying that's the issue here. The issue here is forgiveness, and that he did not forgive her, and because he didn't forgive her, it's like he didn't even. Matter of fact, I think he had a conversation with somebody, and it was like, "Have you thought about what you done did?" You know what I'm saying? And he's just like, "You just don't understand." You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like you just don't understand. So that's where that double standard is at, where he don't care about what he did. It's the fact that she did it. It's one of them things where don't do as I do, do as I say. That's another one of them.
Didn't I say that in my example? That's all I'm saying. I wasn't even trying to get to the forgiveness part. I'm talking about double standard. It's like, hey, if a man can do it, a woman can do it too. Now, the forgiveness, that was extra. So I agree with Vicky. Yes, he should have, been a little bit more empathetic.
He wasn't empathetic at all. What you mean a little bit more? He wasn't empathetic at all.
Okay, my bad. He should have been empathetic. Thank you. Tunnel vision. Okay, look. He should have been more willing to
he going to feel that burn. I'm not saying not feel the burn, because any kind of, if somebody mess around on you and you speaking of marriage or even any kind of intimate relationship, you committed relationship, and the person you supposed to be in a committed relationship, somebody step out, of course it's going to hurt. It's going to bother you some kind of way, mentally or something, But I'm just saying, like, dude, to the degree he's taking it.
He forgot. I don't think he forgot. It goes back to they do what they do, but we can't do that. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't forget. He didn't care.
Yes,
he didn't care. It wasn't that he forgot. He did not care. That was not important. Big Papa can do what Big Papa do. That's basically what that was about. Anywho.
And then his mother is very much involved in the church, first lady and all. She don't even care for his wife. She don't even care for her. They live in their house. However, she was able to be on her side with this one. And she was the one that set him straight. His mother. She didn't cuss him out. She didn't go off. She went off on what she did with scripture. That was killing me. I was like, wow. She cut him with a knife with some scripture. Okay. But anyway, she was able to let him know. Okay, as much as I would love to be mad at her, because you know how I feel about her, But on this incident, I am siding with her. Because all the stuff you done did, and you can't even forgive her, and are we not supposed to do that as Christians? And work it out? So anyway.
And you know what? I have to piggyback. I have to take it back somewhere because it kind of ties into it. I recall a conversation within the conversation Jada and Will were having, or Will and Jada was having.
Yes.
Where
yes.
They were talking about how they were able to still go through the process of each other growing and changing.
Yes.
And you know, going through ups and downs and still staying there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's the part. Yeah. That's the part that I admire about their relationship. I'm not saying I admire them being able to go step out on each other, or even in agreement stepping out, or touching other folks' bodies and all that. I'm not saying that I agree with that. However, I agree with the part where they're willing to still stay together through it all. Like, they have such a level of commitment, and that's what's lacking in the Greenleaf scenario with the preacher, with the minister's son.
Yes.
He's lacking that commitment part. The wife has shown it. She might have been kind of moody, nasty, whatever, bitter. You know what I'm saying? But they even had gotten to a point where they had started becoming lovers again. But I'm just saying that she did not threaten to leave him. And if she did, she didn't act on it, and she didn't stay there long. But I'm saying, like, not like he doing. And she had more than enough time and a reason to leave. Like, even according to the Bible that she lives by, it actually gives her permission to leave him based on the stuff he was doing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to interrupt anything you're going to say, but I just wanted to mention that we only have 8 minutes left. So you might want to bring it to a close. You might have want to bring it to a close.
Okay. No. Okay, let me bring it into a close right now. I just wanted to add one more thing about the
thank you, Antoinette.
Anyway, you know, anything can happen on Tunnel Vision. Okay. Just for the record, just real quick, going back to the Jada situation, this current situation, because they have a big lifestyle, whatever. But during this situation, when I watched the interview from her perspective, she let it be known that they were separated during this time. And even with that, that's a whole other dynamic. So anyway, okay, just wanted to touch on that. It wasn't like their usual, because they put it out there that they do this, they do that. But during this situation, they were supposed to be separated, okay? And I'm not saying it was okay for her to do what they did, whatever. Okay, moving on.
And to be honest with you, I don't know if that's the case or if that was an excuse. That's my side of the tunnel vision.
Oh, that's a whole nother conversation there.
Okay.
So we're at 7:53. So we're going to, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We have a music spotlight today. As we've said in the past, and for new people, we are always looking for new independent artists. If you have something you want to promote or share, send it our way. We do that. We want to uplift everyone, uplift people that are trying to get out there musically, creatively, whatever. So here we go. I'm going to let Vicki introduce our spotlight artist. So there you go, Vicki. Introduce.
I would like to introduce a songbird that I gave birth to, Ashay Tucker, and her new release. I don't know the name of the song.
I got that part.
You're going to have to tell me the name.
I got that part. Okay, so here we go. Ashay Tucker, and the song is Blues. Here we go.
to normal, but it hurts every time. It's unusual, right for your love. You got me crying, crying, crying. You want your love. It's unusual, right for your love. You got me crying, crying, crying. You want your love. All we gotta want is know we gonna lose everything we do. If it continues, so stop playing games with my heart, and take this serious before we fall apart. Unusual, right for your love. You got me crying, crying, crying. You want your love. It's unusual, right for your love. You got me crying,
Hey, hey, hey.
Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Alrighty then. That was technical difficulty. Hey, that was Ashay Tucker. We're just so proud of you. That track was called Blues. She can be found on Spotify under Ashay Tucker, and you can listen to her whole album. But we're not done.
You know
with
what? We
Ashay
saying
Tucker.
her name wrong. It's Ashay Tucker. I'm
well,
saying
you, Mother.
Ashay. It's actually Ashay.
Thank you, Mother. So
Yeah.
we're not done with her. We will be back again next week with another song. So that's what we do when we spotlight artists. We give them 2 weeks. So we'll come back with another song next week. And with that being said, you guys be safe, be well, and always know that you matter. And don't let nobody tell you anything different. And we're going to end this show with love and respect, also from Elevate Your Game. Be blessed. We'll see you next week.
Be
we'll be talking about
blessed and safe.
Continuing the Black Lives Matter conversation. Here we go.
Use wisdom.
Before you love me, you gotta respect me, baby.